Three deep breaths right now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, boys, today is a simple game. We just have to execute the fundamentals better than they do. Forwards, big boys, we're gonna let you roll early. Get around the corner, beat them with your physicality. Backs, let them roll. When it's on, let's play rugby. Let's have some fun. We're grittier than these guys, and we're gonna work fucking harder because they haven't been working as hard as us for the past 2 weeks. Dial in, Pip.
Be ready to go to the well, boys. I guarantee you, every single one of you is gonna be sucking wind 20 minutes into the game. We gotta choose to dig deep, and that's how we beat these boys. That's how we beat them every time.
Yes, sir.
Fucking go, boys.
Trust your brothers, boys. Eh? Trust is a big value of ours.
God behold, the great Jehovah, pilgrims to this barren land. I am weak, but thou art mighty. Guide me with thy powerful hand. Bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more. Feed me till I want no more. We don't play for adoration, care we not for victory. Bullshit! We just play for inspiration. 50 merry men are we. Balls to Guelph, we won't play them anymore. We won't play them anymore. Queens on 3, 1, 2, 3. Queens!
Training camp was pretty good. This year we had like a big new contingent of guys, and the squad came in really fit. Everyone ran really good Bronco times. Some new guys put their hands up for selection, and yeah, I was just super excited for the year at that point. Really excited with a young team to play a new kind of creative style of rugby.
Queens on 3, 1, 2, 3. Queens!
Let's go, fellas. When you're ready, down here on me. Hey, energy comes up right now. Energy comes up right now. There you go. Oh, we're the better of the goal line. Sure, boys. Watching super low, right? I need to be able to check off with overline. Let's go, fellas. Start in 10 seconds here.
I put it, take up on my neck. Life check it in the hit. I signed for a couple million. You only touch 100,000.
Okay guys, first game in the bag. It's actually what we thought, rough around the edges. Okay, I thought there was some really great things, little sections of each 20. Okay, I think the things to take on board is to look at when we were good and what were the common themes. And I think it's
regular season is starting right now. We got to get to work on fucking Monday. Okay, boys, let's go. Yes, sir.
Queens on 3, 1, 2, 3. Queens!
yes, right, boys.
I mean, no. Waterloo, first game of the season.
So how did it feel to get your own McMaster game?
Obviously very, very nervous for that first game. Coming off a pretty strong preseason with the boys, I was just excited to get out there. Started off a little bit slow, but the boys got rolling, and we managed to come out on top. Also managed to get my first try that game, which was huge. And from, I think, the back line especially, really put their hands up, having a lot of guys make their starting debut for the team.
Game 1 against Waterloo, I was super excited to play in that one. We had a bunch of young guys that I felt like were roaring to go, getting their first caps. It was super exciting. Some guys ran out in that game and put on a crazy performance in their first game especially. The biggest memory that comes to mind from the Waterloo game is when we were trying to exit from our own end. I threw a bit of a bad pass to Jim, and Jim played it out the back, played to Marcus. Marcus played along the side to Trekker, and Trekker took it for an 80-meter run. And then we had a couple nice little offloads and finished it with a good try by Marcus in the end.
Guys, we've been waiting to play this game for 11 fucking months. Let's just remember that. Let's all take a deep breath together. Ready, 1. Today, this team is gonna be calm, but not complacent. We know what we have to do, and we just stick to the game plan. It's all been about trust this week. If we go out there, play as individuals, we're not gonna come away with how we want this game to go. We gotta lean on each other, understand that everyone's gonna do their job, and we're gonna come out on top. At first, we got this. Queens on 3, 1, 2, 3, Queens!
Yeah, Laurier was obviously a pretty big game for us. It was our home opener and a good chance to get revenge at them after the semifinal loss to them last year. The game started pretty well. We ended up going up 1 try at first, and then we had 2 tries put on us right away, which put us into a bit of a hole, but we ended up showing resilience to go up at the half. The second half ended up being very physical. We were on our goal line, stuck a bunch. Eventually, a couple of us had a big tackle against one of their centers, and Trekker ended up making a big play, linking up with Gittins and Stir to get us a lead and put us in front, ultimately winning us the game. I think it was a really great win for us. We showed a lot of adversity, definitely showed a bit of our inexperience at times, but I think we took a lot of confidence from that game, knowing that even not performing at our best, we still had a chance to show a lot of adversity and build.
This game is everything right now, right? Only thing on your mind is this fucking game right here, right now, all right, boys? I don't know about you, but I fucking hate these guys, all right? I don't want them coming into our fucking house and taking ours, you know? Taking that dub, that's fucking our W right now, right here. So let's go out there on the field, let's give it everything we fucking got, and let's give it to them right here, right now. Boys, ready?
On our terms, on our terms.
Queens on 3, 1, 2, 3!
I need me a billion so I can chill. I'm driving like they ain't got no license still. My truck I move like it got nitrogen. I'm popping still. I'm flying at everybody. Helicopter in the middle of the hood. I'm flying at everybody. I just frame these niggas be chasing. I swear I don't care about it. Boy, you play, you gon' die front of everybody. Leave some blood on the street by some red bottoms. Hard to hell, but I wish that they headshot and free my nigga alone with the feds. I paid attention and found out the recipe. I take a seat and they still won't get held to me. I'm on my shit now, bitch can't get next to me. You ain't got 100,000, you can't have sense with me. Ain't showed the best to me yet. And ain't in nobody dead. I'm something like a vet. I bought my big brother a vet. My number so good, my label probably owe me a check. They play with a baby, I swear it's gon' go down. The biggest little nigga that's over in Motown. Jumped out the punch and went straight, kick the dough down. Flip the clip, switch the clip, get some more rounds. Rappers faking, be hating, I don't go round. I took 12 on the chase, I had 4 ounces. Ask around, we them guys, I do no clowning. If I can, I'ma try to keep the smoke down. Once it's up, then it's stuck, it ain't go down. Like the switch while I sleep, I got 4 houses. Every time that he come, I made 4,000. Beat and gave me the game and I ran with it. Milk the game till I quit, I ain't playing with it. Could've been hit your bitch, I be spraying niggas. Made me mad, I'ma call on them grave niggas. Buy my mama new crib and it's way bigger. Never been to it once, that's a great feeling. I'ma go there when I get a chance.
Okay? We went down that same route in that same game against that same team, and we came off second best because our resilience was lacking a bit. And we went down a rabbit hole and kept going and going and going. You defended most of that second half and you could have broken. You could have broken. But the spirit and courage you showed to keep coming off the line and knocking them over, no matter what they threw you, no matter what the ref was doing, no matter when they scored, shows real fucking character in this team.
This is our team. These are our brothers, the brotherhood. Go back to our values. Let's stick together. Let's just stay positive, okay? Let's just remember that.
Boys, that's a game that can make or break a team right there. But that definitely didn't fucking break us. So that's what I like to see, boys. Queens on 3, 1, 2, 3! Queens!
and number 15, Jacob Merker. Queen's University is committed to a zero-tolerance policy of abuse toward officials.
Okay, 23 guys are gonna fucking win this game, and we're gonna have to go for 80 minutes. Guelph is gonna come in hungry. They're gonna want to put a stop to this. Trust in each other. This is a big game. Ready? Me.
Going into that Guelph regular season game, we were pretty motivated. We had a chance to beat them last year in the regular season, but knew that to win a championship this year, we'd have to beat them at some point during the season, and this was a good chance to take it to them. I think from a physical standpoint, we were all pretty beat up from the Laurier game, including myself. It was pretty hard going into that game, but I think the mental side, we were all pretty motivated to go into that game. I think during the game, we didn't execute certain parts of our game that we've been working on. And despite showing glimpses of what we can do that's positive, ultimately we didn't show enough of it to win a game against a good team.
This week, put in a lot of new things, but everything's looking really good.
Boys, they're gonna come out hard for the first 20 minutes, and then their fitness is gonna drop drastically. So we just gotta outwork them today. Work ethic gotta be up, and then just play our game and stay cool and calm and collect, and stay in control throughout the entire game. Go.
Queens on 3, 1, 2, 3. Queens.
Oh, Brock won. Going into the Brock game, we were super excited, kind of coming off a bit of a bad performance against Guelph. We did some things really well against Guelph, but we knew what we had to fix, and going into the Brock game, we just really didn't execute. It was the first time really as a team that we had gotten under pressure, and honestly, we really went the wrong way. We kind of emotionally went down a pretty deep rabbit hole.
I can't believe we made it this far. I can't believe we made it this far. And in the sky. And I can't believe I made it this far. Tell you how I feel more. Let the real speak.
Let's fucking go, fellas. Here we go.
Queens on 3, 1, 2, 3, Queens!
Brock obviously went into that game with a game plan, and they executed it at their top level. First half, I think it was 7-0 first half, so we were only up 1 try, and going into that second half, we were ready to put the foot on the throat. But with a couple calls not going our way, we found ourselves on the back foot. Emotions got really high that game, me in particular, and found ourselves in the gutter. After the game, obviously devastated, because that was first time in a while, or maybe ever, that Queens had lost back-to-back games in a regular season. It was just tough times in the change rooms afterwards, and had to bounce back.
Yeah, so going into the Western game, we're coming off that tough loss against Brock. I think the boys had a lot of fire lit under them after that game. Week of practicing, coaches were hard on us, the boys were hard on each other. We knew we had to be better. So we came into that Western game with a plan, and that plan was to win. So the game started with, we did a tremendous job. James did a tremendous job of pinning them into their end, and then I think the pack did a great job of executing our lineouts and our mauls, which hadn't been our strongest point or our strongest thing that we had this season. But we continued to do that. We dominated in mauls. We got some early tries in, and then I think we took our foot off the pedal and we let them back into the game. So in that Western game, a couple of our key guys went down, but it proves our depth. You know, we had some guys come off the bench who really stepped up and filled those roles, and we were able to get the win out of there, and it was a big win. Showed that got the boys back on the right path, and we're heading to McMaster.
Really hard to bounce back from the Brock performance, but we kind of put the pieces together, and we went into that one with a relatively clear head. And I think we were roaring to go for that one, ready to bounce back against Western. In the first 20 minutes, we came out firing. The boys were really coming out hot, and then we kind of slowed down towards the end of that game, and they made a little comeback. But
I'm working on mine. Penny X.
You know, the McMaster game, Hoko game, you know, it's always high energy from the crowd, exciting. All the boys were ready to play, ready to end off the regular season on a good note and gain some traction, some momentum going into the playoffs. We came out real strong. We got some quick tries. The boys were flowing. We were playing well. Pack was running hard forward. The backs were playing creative out the back.
Yo, Jim, good one.
So let's make sure that we take that, look at how good we were, take that in the next week. We're now in the playoffs, guys. Okay, we had a little dip. Now we're in the playoffs. Now we've got the horizon coming at the OUA final. Okay, so this is our launch point moving forward now. Fantastic. Enjoy tonight. Celebrate tonight. We'll back on it on the day.
Sorry for not getting us on. We were clicking. Let's continue this to the playoffs, boys. Let's be.
Whoa! Queens on 3, 1, 2, 3, Queens!
Hey, let's take the crowd, boys.
Let's fear. My money enormous, it's not normal, it's
Yeah, the Brock game was obviously a great game for us, especially what had happened, especially after what had happened earlier in the season with a loss against them. I think we're all very motivated and super dialed in to go out and win that game. I think we're all very confident as well. Going into that game, I think we're under the pressure a little bit, but I think from the experiences we had during the season when we went down a couple times or we got scored on, we were really able to use our adversity in that game and push through it. I think some guys really stepped up and made some big plays, and ultimately that won us the game. We executed our game plan perfectly, and it was probably our best win of the season, and I think a lot of guys would agree with me. We enjoyed that game a lot.
Going back down to Brock to play the semifinals, obviously different sort of mindset, 1 to 23 for everyone going down in that game. Like, I think if you were to ask anybody on that team if they thought we were going to lose that game, each and every one of them would have said no, and so I felt pretty confident going into that one, knowing the talent that we had and the mindset of guys, and the anger, especially from that first game. I knew we were in good hands.
Going into this one, we were super excited. An OUA final, you only get to play in so many of those, so we were super excited to run out and hopefully go into Guelph and win on their campus, but unfortunately it didn't go that way. We put in what I would say was an okay performance. Definitely left a lot of tries out there early on. Just like a couple instances early on in the game where we really could have scored, could have put Guelph under some significant pressure, but we failed to capitalize on those opportunities, and the game just really got away from us. And credit to Guelph because they put in a really good performance, but I think it would have been a really different game if we could have capitalized on some of those earlier opportunities. But definitely after that game, went into nationals super hungry, and going into next year too, that game will be in the back of my mind.
I think we're all super excited going into nationals, especially coming off the Guelph defeat in the final. We wanted to show that this team was still a great team and try to do something special. Unfortunately, in the first game against UVic, we really didn't execute the skills and game plan we needed to, especially in the first half, leaking some soft tries against them. We did have a good second half and showed our resilience, but ultimately to beat great teams, you can't just have an okay performance, and that was kind of the story of the game. Going into the U-Ottawa game, that was a good start for us. We went 2 tries up pretty early, but didn't play to our best. But again, I think some of the adversity we showed throughout the season showed in that game as well. With certain guys getting hurt, including myself, the team was really able to pull together and ultimately scrape out a win at the death, which was a great feeling for all of us.
Being in Langley was a good experience. It was good, I think, as a team to finally get like a tour together as an entire roster. Despite the rugby maybe being disappointed, I feel like we grew our connection as a team and everyone got a little bit closer together. Going into next year, after 3 seasons of not really reaching our goals as a team, I'm hungrier than I've ever been before. Super thankful for what Butch was able to do for the program.
Yeah, I think this season was a good learning experience for us. It was a new core of guys for us. We had a lot of young talent coming into the back line and some new additions in the forward pack as well. I think going into next season, a lot of the young guys will have learned really valuable lessons about how to handle pressure and how to execute at the highest level.
Yeah, so going into this offseason, really excited. The boys have been pretty dialed. A lot of guys coming out to practice lifts, showing that we're ready to take that next step going into the next season. We've got a good young group, so there's a lot of potential here, and I'm really excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, the season meant a lot to me this year. Obviously, I got more of a heavy role this year. I was able to play all the games and start each and every game. So I think this year was just a lot of learning, and I wanted to kind of absorb what the OUA was actually like. next year, I want to take it